In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what I do to get clients on Instagram. And the reason why I've done this video is because the last video that I've done on how to get clients on Facebook who went really well and people were really excited to learn my method. So I thought, you know what? Actually, Instagram is my main platform to get clients and make sales. So I'm going to do a video to show the step-by-step strategy that I use to get clients there, to make sales, and to make my Instagram account profitable. Now, I want to show you, first of all, two different ways to get clients and make sales on Instagram. There are two ways, and probably you're using one of the two. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean on my whiteboard here on screen. And let me scroll down to this. Let me zoom out a little. All right, so there are just two ways to make sales on Instagram. Number one is to create content, to create organic content. That means you post and post and post reels and carousels and posts and stories, and you use the platform to make sales investing your time, because this obviously it's about using your time to create content. Otherwise, you use your money, you leverage your budget. In that case, you run paid ads on Instagram, on Meta in general, and you send people to a landing page where they can buy a product, or you send them to a webinar, or you send them to the funnel that you have. Now, I always recommend to my clients, to the people I work with, to start with organic content. Why do I recommend that? Well, first of all, when you create an organic content library, when you create your foundations on your profile, well, this will work for the future, because a paid ad will stop working when you stop fueling money to the paid ad, right? As long as you put money on that ad, it will work. But when you stop it, you will stop your traffic method. But when you create organic content, that content will work for you again and again and again. That means that you create it once, you publish it on your Instagram account, and this content will keep getting views and keep getting traction over time. That's why I always recommend to start with organic content. Ideally, you should have the two things working for you. But if you want to start right now, if you want to make sales right now, and you don't have a budget to invest into ads, well, we can start with organic content. So in this video, I will show you more, or actually, I will mostly show you the organic content way, because I know that if you're watching this, maybe you tried paid ads in the past, but it didn't work for you. So you're sick and tired of throwing away money to Meta and getting no results. Let's start another way where we invest our time, and let's see how to use our time in the best way possible. So you're not wasting time, you're not wasting money, you're actually getting results and getting sales and making and closing clients. So let's start from this. You can see the word here, consistency. And I don't have to repeat this concept to you again and again, because you heard it a million times. You need consistency to make organic content work. It means that you should post, ideally, on a daily basis. And when I say something like this, people freak out. Oh my God, I don't have time to create content on a daily basis. I don't even know what to post on a daily basis. And probably you have these questions, you have these fears right now watching this video. Look, it's easier than you think. First of all, your content doesn't have to be perfect. This is where a lot of people make a mistake. They don't post daily because they want every piece of content to be absolutely perfect. And they compare themselves with professional content creators that create content that is spot on, that is absolutely perfect. Maybe they have a studio they work with. Maybe they delegate to designers to create their content. Maybe they have people working with video effects and animations, and they create content that is stunning, amazing, with animations, with effects. You can't compare yourself to these people, because if you start right now, you can't be at that level. Maybe they have a budget they're spending for their content. Maybe they've been creating content for years and years and years. Maybe they have a team working on their profile. If you're on your own, you shouldn't compare yourself to these people. It doesn't make sense. This is the first error you make. This is the first reason why you don't start being consistent. Number two, look, you're not painting the Sistine Chapel. Probably when you post your content, when you publish your content and you put it out there, maybe a couple of people would see it at the beginning. Look, I don't want to give you false false hopes. At the beginning, when you create content, just a couple of people will see it. Maybe your friends, maybe your family, maybe a few people will discover it in the Explore tab, but not many people will see your content. So why do you want to create perfect content at the beginning if just a couple of people would see it? Let's start small. Let's work on consistency first, and then quality will come later. Consistency is the first thing we need to work on. Don't work on the quality of your content. Look, if there is just one thing that you will remember from this video, remember this. Do not work on quality. Work on consistency instead. Now, with consistency, I don't mean that you have to create a lot of terrible content and put it out there on a daily basis. No, consistency is putting content out there on a daily basis, but put content that you are okay with. I'm not even saying proud of. You are okay with. That means that that content is content that address problems your ideal clients or ideal audience has. If you provide good information, even if you don't use animation, even if you don't use effects, even if your content is not polished, completely polished, people will appreciate it because you're trying to help. You have no idea how many accounts, and actually I should have prepared this before the video. You have no idea how many influencers are creating shitty content, talking about design, talking about visual content, right? Maybe they're just in front of the camera and they're talking without cuts, without animations, without anything. Look, me right now, I'm doing this video without using anything. I'm not cutting my video. I'm making a lot of mistakes, probably. I'm making a lot of grammar mistakes. And I don't care. I just want to put valuable content for you here on my channel. So you watch it, you learn something, and maybe you can implement it. But I don't care if this is not studio quality. I just want to help you. And if you help your audience on a daily basis, even if your content is not polished, it's all right. People will be okay with it. They're not going to think, oh my God, the background of this person is not perfect, so I'm not going to watch those videos anymore. Oh my God, this person is not using cuts, it's not using animation, so I'm not going to watch this content anymore. They're not thinking about that. You're the only person thinking about that. They're not thinking about that. They just watch something. If it's relevant to the problem they have, if it helps with the problem they have, they're going to keep watching and they will subscribe to your channel and they will follow you on Instagram. So this is the most important thing here. You have to work on consistency, providing good content. Do not work on the quality because quality will go, will come later. So with consistency, I mean, as I said, you have to post on a daily basis. Now, the second problem is, what do I post on a daily basis? What do I talk about? And that's the reason why, if you're not aware of this challenge that I created some time ago, well, wait for it because this will blow your mind. I am well aware of the problem that people don't know what to post. That's why me and my team, we created an app. Actually, it's way more than an app. It's a challenge. It's a community. It's accountability and support and an app. It's all together. We created this app that is called the 30-Day Content Challenge app that creates for you 30 days of content based on your business, based on your goals, based on your clients. So everyone who uses this app that I'm going to show you right now, I move there with my screen. Here we go. This app creates something that is highly personalized to your business. Everyone who uses this app, everyone gets a different, let me see if I can move to, right, okay, no, I can't. I'm going to show you just this. Everyone who uses this app, they will get a different strategy, a different 30-day strategy. So no one is going to get the same thing, but actually you can personalize this strategy as much as you can, as much as you want. Let me show you what I mean with this. I wanted to show you another thing, but I can't here, but it doesn't change anything. It's all right as well. So the first time that you sign up for this app, the first time you need to answer some questions. Questions like, let me zoom in so you can see it clearly. Questions like, what is your niche? What products or services do you sell? What are the top 3 problems you help your clients solve? Who is your ideal target audience? These questions are extremely important because based on these questions, we will create a 30-day content strategy for you. So you need to be as details, as detailed as possible with the answer to these questions. Then you visit this page, My Saved Strategies. At the beginning, you have no strategies. You have no 30-day strategies because you need to create a new strategy. And here you have to decide, I'm going to zoom in again. You have to decide what type of content should the challenge focus on. You can choose between suggestions and advice, motivational stories and mindset, tools, resources and tech, and others. So you choose the type of content that you want to create, that you want to post for 30 days in a row. What this app does is telling you exactly what to talk about every single day for the next 30 days. Why 30 days? First of all, you're going to build a habit. If you can create content for the next 30 days, well, you will have a new routine that you will embrace into your system. So creating content is not something new anymore, or better, creating content on a daily basis is not something new anymore, but it's part of your habits. Second, people are really attracted to this kind of challenges. Your audience is really attracted to these kind of challenges because when you start a video and you say, this is the first advice that I give you out of 30 advice that I want to give you about blah, blah, blah. And today I'm going to talk about this. Now, if they like that advice that you are talking about, well, they want to hear about the rest, the next 29 advice related to the same topic, right? So obviously they're going to follow you because they don't want to miss the next advice that you're going to share. If I want to do a 30-day series about tools, resources, and tech that I actually have done and it worked like a charm, if I want to talk about, I want to show you one tool each day for the next 30 days, if you're a content creator that you can use to make your content creation process even better and easier and faster. Look, if you watch this video and it's day 4, first of all, you want to see the first 3, and then you want to see the rest of them. That's why you follow me on Instagram. Now you have a solid reason to follow me on Instagram because you want to see all the other videos, right? So this is really, really important to understand. Then you have to choose the tone of voice for your content. So energetic and motivating, professional, witty. You choose the one that is more in line with the person you are. You are in the content you normally create. And then you decide when to start your challenge. You have a calendar. You choose the day you want to start. Like you say, okay, next week on Monday, I want to start with day number 1. So you're going to pick the next Monday, and then you create on generate content series. Let me zoom. Now, the system is going to work. And in a few seconds, we'll create for you 3 options of 30-day content series. Now, I have 3 options here I can pick from. For each option, you have title, the description, the people you are talking to. So you can pick the one you like the most. And when you choose the one of the 3 options, the system will create this for you. Let me show you one strategy I already have. We'll create this for you. We'll create a 30, I don't know if you can see it because there is my image here. Let me make it smaller. Okay. It will create for you a roadmap. Okay. Now, this roadmap is 30 days of content for each day. And you can move here on the calendar. For each day, as you can see, you have different content. You have, well, obviously you have a summary of what you're gonna talk about that day. So you don't have to read all the script here to understand what you have to talk about. By the way, you have 2 views. You have the calendar view and you have the day view. In the calendar view, you can see each day what you have to talk about. So you know exactly from each day what is the topic of that day. But let's go back to the day view. For each day, as I said, you have 3 different hooks you can pick from. I don't have to tell you how important it is to create engaging hooks. Hooks are the first seconds of your videos. So the first things that you say are the most important things you say inside the video, because based on those things, people will decide if they want to keep watching the video or not. So your hook should be really good, should be really exciting. So you can choose one of the 3. It will create 3 hooks for each day. So it's like you have different content for each day. Then you have here the script. You have the entire script for your reel. You can read what's in here, So you just read what's in here, or you can even edit it. So you have the possibility to edit this content as well. If you don't like it precisely, you want to add new things, or you want to change a few things, you have all the flexibility you want. Then we just added the teleprompter. And look at this. This is crazy good. The teleprompter allows you to decide the speed of the text on the screen. You can decide speed, you can decide font size, and then you can click on Go Live, and you have the teleprompter here. You can just read the copy and you make your video. This in case you want to use a teleprompter, okay? Otherwise, you can just, and this is what I recommend you to do, is read each sentence and just at least read the sentence and then go with the flow. You don't have to read word for word if you don't want. Just understand what you have to talk about and then just say it, right? Look, here you have as well recommended tools. I have a section with all the recommended tools that you can use to do your videos, to do your reels. And for each tool, I have a video that shows you how to use it. I use, for example, for my videos, I use a tool called The Script that allows you to, that use AI to do all the cuts on your reel. So you remove all the poses. It makes, like, just clicking on a button, it will create the entire reel for you. You just shoot it. You can shoot it with poses. You can just read the sentence and then stop and then read the next sentence. And then the script will put all together without poses and does it automatically. Anyway, in the recommended tools area, you have a video for each tool that I recommend. So if you want to use them, be my guest. Then you have as well the call to action. So the call to action is, actually, this video is about the script. Look at this. This is my 30-day content challenge about tools that I use and I recommend to content creators. So the first one is actually about the script. Okay. This is a coincidence, actually. So here you have the call to action. So the thing that you say at the end, remember, every post you put on Instagram or every post you put on social media, you should have a call to action. Never publish a new piece of content on social media without a call to action, because it doesn't make sense. You have to ask people to do something. So you have the call to action as well. You even have the captions for your piece of content, so you don't have to figure out what to put in the description. And then that's really good. That's really cool. This is a cool area. Inspiration videos. Let's assume that you read the script here, you're okay with everything, but you want to get some more inspiration. Well, we have inspiration videos for the type of content that you have to address that specific day. So today I have to talk about the script, and look at the inspiration videos that I have. I have videos about the script tutorial for beginners, the script AI features video editing, fast video editing for content creators. I can watch these 3 videos, I can get some information, some ideas from them, and I can make my script even better. So you have all the tools possible to create a video. But let's say that day you don't want to create a reel, you want to create a carousel. Well, you can switch to carousel, and now you have copy on screen to put for each slide, and you have as well information about an illustration or the image that you have to put on each slide. So you even have all the content for carousels as well. You don't have to start from scratch. You can just use the content that you have here. And obviously the last slide is about a CTA, a call to action, and you have that as well. I didn't show you for Reels the storyboard. The storyboard shows what kind of movements and what kind of expressions you can put when you read this content as well. This is not something that you need to use. You don't have to use this. But if you want to have some suggestions on what you have to do while you talk about that sentence, when you say that sentence, the storyboard tells you as well what kind of movements you have to do, what kind of expressions you have to do, and gives you some ideas. So you have that chance as well. All right, so you have as well a part for notes. You have a lot of things here. This is something we're extremely proud of. This app is crazy good. Also, as I said, it's not just about the app. We go live on Zoom every week for Q&A. So while you're going on with this challenge, you're creating content every day, you can ask your questions on Zoom. You have all the support you want. You can meet all the other members inside the challenge on Zoom. And also we have a private chat where you can as well, post your video. This is actually really important, actually. We use the chat for support, for accountability, for motivation, yes. But most importantly, we use the chat so you can put your videos or carousels on that chat every time you post them on Instagram so other people can engage with your content. Actually, there is something that you absolutely need to do while you're doing this challenge. To move to the next day, there are 3 things that you have to do. You have to share your post on social media, obviously. You have to post it inside the community, the chat community. So take the link from your Instagram, your new Instagram post, and publish it inside the community. And then you need to engage with 3 creators' content. Okay, so everyone engages with everyone's content. Why do we do that? Well, obviously, it's to boost the algorithm. Because when you post something and you get 10 people liking your content and leaving a comment under your content, look, this will boost the algorithm. So the bigger the community gets here, the more possibility we have to boost the algorithm. So this is another thing that you have. To hold you accountable as well, we have achievements here. So, based on how many posts you do and how consistent you are, you get achievements. So we have gamification as well in this program. I mean, there are so many things, okay? I can talk about this for an hour, but I want to show you other things as well. This is what's about the challenge. By the way, if you want to join the challenge, you should see right now on the screen a QR code that you can scan. Otherwise, just scroll in the description and you can join the challenge as well. And right now we're running a discount, okay? You have a $20 discount that you can use right now to join the challenge. It's already really affordable, obviously, but you can even use that discount. And we're using it because we want the community to be big, to get a lot of people. Don't wait, rush and get inside the community because we're going to remove this discount pretty soon when the community is big enough to remove the discount. So use it right now, description below, or scan the QR code. The other thing that I want to show you is, look, I was talking about CTA before, like every post should have a CTA. Why is that? Well, the reason is because people can watch your content, they can like your content, they can follow you, but what is the next step for them? The next step should be engage with your content, right? And get something from your content. There should always be something else that they can get after they watch your content. So if I have let me see, number 9 is about virtual meetings are essential for connecting with clients globally. Zoom or Google Meet provides. Okay, this is about Zoom or Google Meet. If I create this reel and I post it in there, and I don't have a call to action that people can use, they just watch something, but then they don't know what to do next. But instead, if I say, look, comment the word Zoom, and I will give you my strategy to run a Zoom call effectively with your prospects. Or if you want to sell to people and you jump on Zoom to sell to people and to make prospects become clients, I actually have a script I go through. Just comment the word Zoom and you will get the script. What am I doing here? I'm making people get a resource for me. They obviously need to join my email list to get the resource, but now I have a new account, a new member in my email list. To do this on Instagram, you absolutely need to have ManyChat. It's one of the tools that I recommend here. And the reason why I talk about ManyChat is because, look, this is what happens with ManyChat. You can create an automation. When someone comments a specific word under your content that you recommend to comment, obviously. So if I say comment the word Zoom, when you leave a comment with the word Zoom, an automation on ManyChat will trigger and you will receive a private message on Instagram. And on Instagram, I will give you the resource or I will offer you the resource that you want. This is what happens, for example, to join the content challenge. I have some videos where you have to comment the word, let me see, it's the word app or the word wow, if you want to join this challenge that I showed you. And when you comment that word, the automation on ManyChat will get will get triggered and will send you this message. Hey there, thank you so much for your interest in the 30-day content challenge app. Click below to confirm you want access to it. And if you click on the button, I will send you this message. As a gift, use the coupon code GET20 to get a $20 discount on the app, the one that I talked about. And then you have the button. So now people know what to do next. And also, I have a possibility to make people get inside the challenge. So first of all, I want you to use ManyChat if you're not using it. As well, you have the link to use ManyChat down below this video in the description, and you can get 1 month for free if you use the link in the description. You can get 1 month for free to use it, to use the pro version, and then you can decide if you want to keep using it or not. But at least you can try it for free for 1 month. Another great feature that I have on ManyChat that you can use on ManyChat is to send automated message to all the new followers. I told you that with a 30-day content challenge, it's easy to get followers because people want to see the other videos in the series. So you will get more followers just because you're running this content series. And when someone becomes one of your new followers, you can automatically send a message on Instagram to these new followers. And I have here an automation that I use, and look at this. Look at the open rate, 66.5% of people open this message and 60% clicked it. These are huge stats. If you are into email marketing, it's almost impossible to reach the stats here, okay? The average open rate for an email is 20 to 30%, and the click-through rate, well, for sure is not 16%. That is crazy. So every new follower that I get on Instagram will get an automated message, and I can offer them whatever I want. I can offer them a lead magnet. I can offer them a discount for one of my products. You can do anything you want, okay? And this is completely automated with ManyChat. So this is the thing. These are the things that I want you to do right now. Number 1, please join the challenge. If you want to use a strategy that actually works, because there is nothing like content challenges that work that well to get followers, to get sales, to grow your Instagram account. So just get in the description, get into the challenge, and use your discount code. As I said, we're going to remove it shortly. Number 2, you need to have automations for your Instagram account. So use ManyChat. Use the free month option that you have in the description and create these animations. All these animations that you can do this for new followers, for people leave a comment under your videos. And by the way, if I go back to the 30-day challenge, when you get into the recommended tools, I have a video for ManyChat as well. In that video, I show you how to create animations. I mean, it's a tutorial that you can use and you know exactly what to do. You don't have to learn it by yourself because I'm going to show you. So number 1, join the challenge. Number 2, get on ManyChat. You don't have to pay anything for the first month, so you can use it and see if it works for you. And number 3, subscribe to this channel. If you're not a subscriber, just join me here. I create a lot of videos about getting sales, making sales, close clients on Instagram, but on social media in general. I focus mainly on Instagram because it's my number 1 channel to get clients and make sales. But I usually talk about this kind of things. And as you can see, my videos are not edited. My videos are not studio quality because I want to look good. I just want to share great content with you. And at the moment, I want people inside the content challenge because just take a look at the landing page. You can see what people say about this challenge, what people are achieving because of this challenge. I want more people inside this thing because, look, you have no idea how good it works. And you have no idea how simple it is to grow on Instagram if you have a proven strategy that you can use. So subscribe to the channel. I'm going to see you in the next video, and hopefully I'm going to see you inside the challenge.